So starting at the beginning of the year, I was ready to go. I was training really, really hard. And, we saw like prelims and we saw all these potential rookies and it was so cool. And I was so excited to come back for my second year and get to know all of them. And then everything just kind of froze.
Hi, my name is Alexis.
My name is Julia.
I'm Dana.
My name is Driss, and I'm in my second season cheering for the Patriots. There's so many things that made me want to come back. I have such a passion for dancing, and being able to do that alongside people who have become my best friends. 1 year to me just was not enough.
I love the people that are around me on this team. We are such a close-knit community. It was an absolutely amazing experience and blew my expectations out of the water from year one, so it was a no-brainer that I would audition again.
So starting at the beginning of the year, I was ready to go. I was training really, really hard. And we saw like prelims and we saw all these potential rookies. And I was so excited to come back for my second year and get to know all of them. And then everything just kind of froze.
I think the week before we were all supposed to go down to Foxwoods for the big finals event that's, open to the public, all that. And everything went into lockdown, so it was virtual finals. I ended up filming my solo in the lobby of an old teammate's financial firm.
Planning the 2020 season has really been an ongoing effort. I think we're still realizing the daily impact that the pandemic has had in our lives. The pandemic started during the middle of our 2020 auditions for this year's squad. We had to cancel our live audition and turned into a virtual process. And a lot of it has just been, waiting to see what the football season would look like and waiting to see what phase of the Massachusetts reopening guidelines we would be in.
I think it's safe to say that we all knew that things were going to be a lot different, say from last season. And it started off was that you have to wear masks. And then we found out that your team is only a team of 14 and you're split in half and you're gonna do every other home game. And then, once games came around, we found out that Gillette wasn't allowing fans any longer.
So last year, of course, we had 34 people. Now we're down to 14 people, so it's very different. And we only come in rotating lines, so we don't always get to see one another, which is kind of sad, but again, safety first.
Practice has definitely changed since I was cheering due to COVID. Right now, they can only cheer one line at a time at practice. So that's about 6 team members here in the building and myself allowed to come and practice at a time. And then they'll perform for the upcoming game, and then the next line will come in and practice. The team has definitely made adjustments and adapted all of their routines. Not so much in the way that there are no fans, because they're still performing like the stadium is full. It's more of where they're located in the stadium. They're not on the field anymore. And obviously they all need to be 6 feet apart, so there can't be as many formation changes, too much of contact, close contact. So they've definitely changed up a lot of their routines just from that perspective.
It's a lot different. We have 70,000 amazing fans out there. We're hearing them cheer for the Patriots, for us. We're seeing how excited they are. We're feeding off of their excitement. And all of that is such an incredible experience. So when you enter a stadium that is empty, except for media and for the team and for the coaches and us, it reminds you of how amazing our season can be and how it has been and how excited we are to get back to that.
That's what Gillette Stadium's all about, Patriots Nation. It's our fans. It's electric in there when they're all there. It's a lot harder to stay energized, but we do our best.
The fans make game day. That's how you get all your energy and ready to go. We miss them so much, but we got to bring the energy for them since they can't be there, and we're trying to bring the game day experience home for them as well.
It's definitely a lot different, but especially because we're so reduced in our team size, I feel so much energy from just the people in my line, just the other 5 girls that I'm dancing right next to. Dancing on that turf up on the bridge, we really do feed off of each other. When they score a touchdown, it's still almost just as exciting to do our touchdown dance, and we got the militiamen firing off the gun. For a second, it does feel normal.
So I think how we bring the energy is from one another, and we build off one another. If we're not if one of us is kind of being a little bit low, we got to bring each other up because it's only 6 of us there. I think just being able to be there and having my teammates there. You know, in the beginning, we weren't sure if we would even be here. And I think that's just the motivating factor, that we get to be here and just dance with one another, because that's what we love to do.
We really thought that, it was extremely important for us to still have a squad this season. The New England Patriots Cheerleaders are ambassadors for the organization. And a lot of the times we're a connection between the fans and the team. So we really thought it was important to still have a squad and still try to connect with the fans as much as possible.
It's definitely been a more creative year in trying to bring that whole full season experience to our fans. But I think we are trying to do everything that we can to make sure that that happens for them. We usually have a day of pampering, for example, where we take women who are battling cancer and bring them into Gillette, and we do yoga and lunch, and Mr. Kraft comes and greets them. And this year we had to get a little bit more creative. We went to their homes and surprised them with gift baskets and with balloons and with flowers and things like that.
I did a virtual reading from the Patriots website, and then I did another virtual promo where I did a kid-friendly fitness video for Save the Children, which was a lot of fun.
So we've done a lot of virtual appearances really since the start of the pandemic. We've worked really closely with the Patriots Foundation.
Hi team, thanks for letting us work out with you today. I'm Victoria. And I'm Kayla. And we're New England Patriots Cheerleaders.
We've had cheerleaders join in on virtual calls to schools around New England.
We're going to talk about nutrition today and how important it is.
We've also joined some bingo calls with the town of Foxborough, where cheerleaders have been guest hosts, and brought some joy and cheer to people from the town of Foxborough.
First number I'm going to be calling out today is B15.
The cheerleaders really bridge the gap between the organization and the fans. They're doing an awesome job finding different ways and being creative to keep fans engaged because New England fans love their team.
I think that in such an odd year for our fans, we're really trying to make the best of it for them and really show that we are still here. We still care so much. This is a community of Patriots fans and cheerleaders and players, and everybody is in it together. I
think as of this year, and in such sad times, us cheering and just waving virtually, sending a video to someone at home, it just makes their day, because they don't get to have that human interaction face to face, so at least we can do it virtually for them and just cheer them on.
I think it's super important that the Patriots cheerleaders are still involved this season. So on game days and through these virtual appearances, I think it's really important to spread some cheer and stay connected with Patriots fans and let them know we're all in this together and we can't wait for them to come back to the stadium.